I think, well, just like caftans. Like, I don't know if you know what caftan is, but it's like the colorful, like Mrs. Roper robe.
Yeah,
and they pull over. Like, I wore one in an improv show once. I'm actually going to be wearing another one in another improv show. Stay tuned for details. But I wore it and I was like, this is funny. And everyone's like, you actually really pull it off? And I was like, really? And so I've decided that when I get to a certain age, I'm going to be that classy lady that has like beautiful, like silvery, like white hair, because I probably will go white as a redhead. And I'm just going to get giant glasses and caftans. And I'm going to be that grandma. And I'm going to feel good. And not to say that I have to wait, 40 years for that. But I want to embody that. I'm going to find my own current personal caftan, metaphorically, for right now in my life. Figure out what that is and just enjoy it. I don't think I can wear caftan all year round because, it's dangerous. You can catch on things. But
catch tan.
Yeah, catch tan. Yeah. And this is my good friend, Quinn Green.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Quinn is a member of the illustriously talented group, the H.U.N.K.S.
Yes, thank you. Oh,
so you guys do sketch, you do everything that's awesome.
Yeah. We started a few years ago. We've been touring around in North America and Canada, doing sketch comedy. So you know the sketch roles.
All the sketches.
Just do a lot of fun, silly stuff together. Meet 3 times a week and really hustle out as much material as you can.
Yeah, you guys are like machines. They are the H.U.N.K.S machines. We've had Tim and Dana on. They guested.
Yeah.
We helped him figure out. We as in me and Dana helped him figure out the best sunglasses of his 3 options for his face. Okay. So if you see Tim Gray walking around with a slick pair of shades, that's a mouthful. Slick pair of shades. You have me and Dana to thank.
Well, that's good. It's hard to find a good pair of shades.
It is.
I found some that I really liked, and somebody just recently pilfered them from me because they got theirs confused with mine. So I pulled theirs out of my couch, and I was like,
"Excuse me,
these are not mine."
Yes.
Yeah, these are not mine.
Yeah.
But he's gonna bring them back. It's all cool. But I find it's tough, and I'm an idiot, and I lose everything all the time. So it's hard to keep.
I had a fantastic pair of aviators that I found on the subway in Toronto. Had them for about a good, really heartfelt 8 months.
Yes.
Then Aaron and I went to Mexico, and we were playing Frisbee near the ocean. And I got really near the ocean. Fell off my face. Tide took away. Bye-bye sunglasses. They're in the ocean. And I like to think that someone found them.
Well, and somebody's using them to this day.
Yeah.
Or there's like a real cool fish out there.
Yeah. Or a mermaid that's like Ariel's badass sister, and she's just like.
She was like, I could go get my legs and get a man, but I got these glasses. I'm gonna work that.
Yeah, I'm gonna taunt some sailors and make them question themselves, and then I'm gonna bail with these sunglasses. Yeah.
You know what? An odd fact that I know. The reason why sailors started the myth, as far as I've studied a little bit about the mythology of it, is because of manatees, dugongs, sea cows. Yeah. So they would see them, and they would see these sea cows or whatever, and they'd been at sea for a long time, and they would just get all weird about it, and sometimes dive into the water and stuff would happen.
I haven't seen a woman in forever. I think that's close enough.
Well, yeah, that looks about right. I'm gonna go for it.
Curvy and bumpy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take you.
Curvy and bumpy, hey.
That's like ladies. Ladies are curvy and bumpy.
It's a sign of a strong, attractive woman. Curvy and bumpy.
That's the name of my memoirs.
Curvy and bumpy.
The Lauren Cochran story. The Lauren Cochran story. Curvy and bumpy.
As a ginger, I approve.
Approved by a ginger. That's going to be on the back with like 10 stars because gingers don't work on the 5-star thing.
No.
On the 10-star.
No, there's 10 stars in the ginger spectrum, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know that.
Were you mocked a lot as a child for being a nerd?
You know what? I did. I got a little bit. Some people used to call me Red, and when I was a little kid, when I was like super tiny, so I started. My mom always, went on with these stories about how I was talking at 18 months, like full sentences.
Wow.
So I was this tiny little ginger kid, and I was just like loud, booming voice, and I'd just be like, "Why are you so fat? What made you so old?" And she'd be like, "Just sit down in the car. Shut up. Sit down in the car and shut up."
You're like a tiny wrestling promoter.
And so, she would be like this big, loud, booming voice. And so people would call me Red. They would call me, oh, you're Red, because my hair was bright red.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, don't call me Red. I get so mad at them.
Really?
Yeah, and then so they stopped kind of calling me that.
Mm-hmm.
As I got older, it wasn't much so much the ginger thing. You know, you just get taunted in general. I was kind of a sickly little kid, and I was kind of a silly little kid. So, but you know, like I got Quinny the Pooh for a while.
Oh, Quinn, yeah, because your name. That makes sense.
Quinny the Pooh. It's endearing though. Actually,
that is nice. That's not the worst thing I've heard.
No, Quinn the Pin really used to make me mad. I don't know what that was about.
One time, because my last name's Cochran, and you know, like when you get older, people are like Cochran, and you're like, okay, great. But honestly, I didn't hear that one until I was way older. The one that actually was said by a few different, I don't want to say a number of people, but like at least 3 or 4 separate people who did not know each other over my lifetime said, Lauren, Cock ran away, that's why she's a girl. I was like, that's a really long like process to get to that nickname or that.
Yeah, after the first couple words, you're like, okay, turning away.
And I remember just being like, sure, okay. And like just great. But yeah, I didn't have a lot. People called me Carrot Top. Mm-hmm. But then I had a great comeback. This is a super awesome grade 1 comeback.
Okay, here we go.
I was like, Carrot Top. Carrot Tops are green.
Oh, snap.
And then they're like,
shut
and then,
down.
Yeah, I did. I shut you down.
I love it. Oh,
grade
that's
1.
hot.
Yeah.
That's a solid one.
Yeah.
I used to get Carrot. Honestly, it's more about my name for whatever. There's this song called The Mighty Quinn. So my gym teacher used to sing that. It's not so bad.
No.
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to get so upset.
We've talked about Dr. Quinn.
Yeah.
Medicine Woman a few times on this show.
Yeah.
My mom used to make me watch it, and I secretly let her make me watch it.
You know what? And at the time, I was a child, and I was like, I was upset because you're calling me a woman. When I think about it in retrospect, she was a strong frontierswoman. She was very, very intelligent. Mm-hmm. She was dating a real hot, I don't know if he was a Native American man.
I believe he would be considered Métis, but an American version of Métis.
Yes,
I don't know if they call them Métis in the States, but...
I don't know, yeah. But he was the choice.
Yeah, Sully. His name was Sully.
Not Sully. Okay, all right.
It's Sully.
Sully was a hot man. So, in the grand scheme of things, she was a pretty dope lady.
Yeah.
I should have been honored to have been called Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. But, you just say things.
Well, yeah, as a kid, you don't want to. But, yeah, she was an advocate for women's rights.
Exactly, yeah.
Indigenous rights.
Oh, yeah.
Like a ton of things, like really honorable things, so.
She stood up for everybody. So, in the grand scheme of things, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, I wear that moniker proudly now. Mm-hmm. And then, the whole ginger thing. I mean, as I got older, there's the Kick a Ginger Day, which, I only endured once. Somebody kicked me in the leg or whatever, and I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, I'm like, just don't ever.
Yeah.
That's
not I read somewhere that a group of kids cornered a kid, I think it was in Calgary, in a locker room, and they, beat the crap out of him, poor guy. And they actually charged them with a hate crime because, and then the parents were like, this is unrealistic, come on, someone's overreacting. And then the police officer on the news conference was like, your children specifically targeted a person specifically based on the way they look that falls under hate crime. That's exactly what that is. So,
yeah, that's absolutely applicable.
People are calling me. They shouldn't be. But yeah, so, it's... the one thing I wish is there was more representation of, cool gingers.
I know, right? When I think about growing up, there's David Caruso, who was, what is it? What was he? Because before he was in, CSI... He was on that sexy show.
Yeah, and he was on NYPD Blue, wasn't he?
Yes, NYPD Blue. And there was some show where he was hottest man around. And I was like, cool. Of course he's not. No. Then Carrot Top, who is not that cool, and then he got real jacked, and then he just looked like, I don't know, weird. Sort of.
Yeah, he kind of looks like, and I've said this before about a number, and I find it happens when men get a lot of plastic surgery and then implanted muscles. Yeah. They kind of look like you took a California raisin and then you filled it in and made it come back to life. So it's still got the lines and the shapes.
Through the grapevine.
Yeah, exactly.
That you done some shit with your body. And it's really weird. I don't know, I didn't wear
Botox is bad.
Botox bad for you.
Yeah.
It's creepy. And he is. Yeah. That's a brilliant descriptor. I believe. Yeah. He totally looks like one of those grapes.
Is it reconstituted? You reconstituted something that was dead.
Oh, reanimated, like
yes.
a reanimated corpse.
Maybe reconstituted means something else. I don't know.
Oh, no, I think you're about right.
If I'm wrong, comment below and let me know. Yeah, and see, with women gingers, there wasn't a lot. I mean, there was Lucy, Lucille Ball, obviously, awesome. Yeah. My grandma showed me that one day, and it was in black and white, so I didn't know. And she's like, "She's a redhead," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, sold in."
Bam.
Yeah, but I don't remember a lot of male redhead, like Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, Eric Stoltz. He
was cute, and then you saw him in The Mask, which isn't a good comparison for gingers. It's a great movie, but it shouldn't be.
Cher, you've got Eric Stoltz was fantastic in it, but he had the mask.
The Mask.
You know,
and Cher's fantastic.
Cherubism, I think, is what it was.
Is that cherubism?
Cherubism, yeah, I think that's the term. It's a genuine thing that people endure, where they have their faces are
It's like larger jaw.
It's their whole face. The structure of their face is I think it's a genetic defect. I don't know, a defect. I don't know the proper nomenclature, but you know.
Yeah, I get you. No, not insulting.
Yeah, you're talking about the Jim Carrey movie, right?
Oh yeah,
because sometimes it turns green.
Yeah,
and then that's cherubism. That's
exactly.
Smoking. No, that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, so when that 70 show was on when I was in high school, and then they had Donna, and she was a redhead. And I work with guys, and they were like, "Hey, hot Donna," and I was like, "Okay, I don't mind you got me that, but
that's fine." That's fine. Christina Hendricks is a
she's a babe.
Oh, she is fantastically beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
what do you think, as a man, your opinion? Because Aaron thinks she's smoking too, but I saw an article, and they were talking about how she's a plus size actress, and I'm like, she is the definition of old Hollywood. Curves for days. Beautiful, for days. Talented, funny.
Extraordinary. Yeah, all of those things.
Yeah.
All of those things. In terms of like a plus size, it's all these stupid ideas of what, you know, women should be and people should be, where it's like they're just trying to fit everybody into boxes. She is absolutely stunningly gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I don't think that she should ever be considered a plus size anything, unless they're like, you have brains for days, plus you can act.
Good
like
answer.
Nobody's business. You know what I mean?
Answer, Quinn Green. That's a good male ally answer. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah. High five. I'm giving you a high five for that.
Thank you.
One. I appreciate that.
You know what? And that's one of those things where it's like, you can really feel like just a chump. If you should feel like a chump as a man. Because men do so many stupid things, and I've been doing it for so long, getting away with it. And then as a guy, you're walking around like, oh, everything's all good for me. And then, like, I had a friend who got catcalled the other day while she was walking to work. And I'm like, that's a thing that still happens.
Yeah, it does, definitely.
Like, I don't see it, I guess. I don't even know what I would do. As an ally, what do I do in that situation? What's the right call? Just be like, do I catcall back? Hey, your pants don't look great in those jeans, like an anti-catcall. Yeah. But it's probably nothing. It's just don't ever do that to a woman and make her feel unsafe, right?
Yeah, it's really.
It's just, you know, and guys stink. Aww. And sometimes you're like, I wish that we would just all collectively try to be better to each other.
That would be nice. That would be nice. So, people, not just men, not just women, but people need to be better to each other. But in light of recent things in the news with all the limiting legislation and things like that, it's just like, really? Sit still? Seriously?
This is the thing.
2007. Okay. We're here still. We're still doing this. So.
I know.
Yeah.
It's brutal. But you know, but that's the thing. I think that it's amazing. The things that you can do with your life is take all of that and try to turn it on its head with comedy.
Yep.
And then also just be good to each other.
Yep.
You know, there's an old movie adage from a little gem I like to call Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Ah, I'm familiar.
Where they say a very simple, trite, but true statement. Be excellent to each other.
Yes.
Or be excellent to one another. I think it's be excellent to each other.
I think it is. Yeah.
And that's all it is, right? Like, the only thing that we can do in light of all of this madness is just to love each other, be nice to each other, care about each other, and try to take away some of that power from all of those weird jerks out there. Yeah, right?
Be a superhero, but a regular one.
Yeah, like pay it forward on a coffee one time, or you know, you're outside and somebody's like, oh, I need some change outside of 7-Eleven. Go buy him a drink and a hot dog. Yeah. Maybe not a 7-Eleven hot dog. I mean, you don't want to kill the poor guy. No. But
watch cholesterol. Be good to each other and watch their cholesterol.
Watch their cholesterol. Yeah. Be excellent with also their bodies and their hearts.
Health parameters. Yeah.
Just there's a lot of steps to this. Yeah. But the point is like, it's not that hard to love each other a little bit more every day and try to be kind to each other. It just, you lose sight of it because everybody's like, you know, I don't know. There's this negativity floating around.
Yeah, well, and I think sometimes people think that like it's hard to be nice, and I personally, I mean, maybe you feel this way too, but I personally feel like it takes way more effort to be a huge asshole than it does to be nice. Like, it's really not hard to hold the door for somebody, and it's also really not hard to say thank you. Like, wow, look, a little tiny simple thing, and 2 people walk away feeling pretty decent. Maybe they're not like, wow, I won the lottery, but they're also like, oh, okay, I still feel good. Thank you. You know, let people in. Wave when they let you in. You know, like when you're driving, or you know, help. Aaron, one time we were driving and we saw, it was terrifying actually. There was a man. He was blind, and he had his cane, and I think he kind of got a little disoriented, and he thought he was closer to the curb than he was, and he was like, and he was dangerously getting closer to traffic. So Aaron just pulled over, got out, and then introduced himself to the man and said, "Please let me help you," and then walked him across the street. And then helped him get reoriented, and it was just super simple and the sweetest thing in the whole wide world, but not hard to do. And I mean, and that's maybe someone could consider that even a grander gesture because it's a very specific situation. But you can do that. But you can, you know, I've bought coffee for people behind me in Tim Hortons and the drive-through. Like, you're right, simple, easy things. Let's do that.
That Aaron is just a gem.
He is.
Is he taken?
Yeah. I heard he got married. Like.
You know what? It's always the good ones. It's always the good ones. They're always just snapped up.
Yeah,
you know,
snapped like that. Yeah.
But you know, but yeah.
We can brag about it,
isn't she? It is. It's about being just kind to one another and taking an extra moment out of your day to just talk to each other too. And like, you know, we're all kind of bumbling around like a bunch of crazy idiots. We're all just trying to figure it out. Yeah. So if you take a moment and go like, who are you? What's your deal? How can we try to get along? What do you need? What can I give you? What can I you know, we get from each other?
Right.
We spend so much time being so ridiculously elusive about what we want and who we are and what we need. And you know, I think the world's just, it's kind of, you gotta get over that.
Yeah.
This global culture, we gotta accept the global culture. It's, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I don't believe in miracles per se, but I believe that it's a miracle that we all exist on the earth at this point in time, in an era where we connect with computers in our pockets to every single human being on
maybe
the world.
A YouTube show.
You're connecting right now by watching this.
Yes, keep going. Continue.
But it's but it's true. There's a global economy. There should be a global sense, because as far as humans are humans are humans.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you love or you know, any of the other your social constructs or religious constructs. You're a human being. I want to treat you with love and respect from, you know, the equal amount of everybody else.
Right.
And it is hard to do. I'm not saying that it isn't. It's like, I don't see color. I clearly see color.
Yeah.
You know, all the time. But it's one of those things where I wish I could reprogram myself to be just cast off all of my illusions about who everybody is, and just be like, hey, you're a person and I love you, even though you're being a jerk or like, you know, throwing me under the bus or whatever happens. It's like just be cool, man. Just love each other.
I personally love it when you're out and you see people like just like wearing their own style. Like there's no way that they are following a trend, and they are just living themselves authentically, and they don't have like an attitude about it, because sometimes people are like, I'm an individual, and they expect you to like kiss their feet. It's more like, we were talking about this before the show, but Aaron and I went to the Calgary Comic-Con, and when we were there was this couple that had dressed up like next generation Klingons, like very in their wardrobe and everything, and they're walking around, and I saw them from afar, and then I saw them up close. And the lady was just like in her element, but with like a very blank face. And she had this puppet that was a tiny monkey puppet, but it was dressed like Princess Leia with a tiny little like cinnamon bun wig. And you know, it was just bizarre because she's just like holding this puppet, and she never moved her arm. It was always up. We went up to them later and we were like, great costumes. And they were like, thank you. And it was just, that's exactly like, in her mind, that was a perfect thing to do. I don't get it. Different fan experiences. Like, as far as I know, you don't blend Star Trek and Star Wars. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but you just don't do it.
It's a faux pas, but it's not the end of the world.
Right.
You know,
but,
like,
I mean, that's
she's probably making a knock at Princess Leia being more of a puppet.
Ooh.
And a Klingon woman is a very strong, independent, where Klingon women are
very
warriors.
Deep interpretation.
Right? So he's like, oh, you're a little monkey puppet because Princess Leia's just trolling around waiting for people to rescue her. She wasn't, but you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, so that might have been a sick burn, a sick nerd burn.
A really sick nerd burn. Right? I was thinking she was a really authentic, awesome person. Not to say that she isn't. She's also a sleek, conniving, awesome person.
Yeah, she's got some
If that was
bad
what she was
bird
doing,
names.
I hope she's watching this. I hope you are. Please comment. If I don't know your name, lovely lady, we told you to watch it. But if you're watching, please comment and tell us the origin of the monkey Princess Leia, because I really want to know now.
Yeah.
You got me thinking, Quinn.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? I love geek culture, and I think I'm a huge geek. I'm a crazy
Me
geek.
too.
Comic book geek. I loved, I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy this weekend.
Yeah,
and,
me too.
I watch all the movies, and I'm going through all the TV shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just love geekdom so much, but I love the culture of people who are just in it. Mm-hmm. They just love it. They cosplay. They go out and they build these amazing costumes. They take hours in their basements or their garages, and they put so much fine, loving
the finest
detail
little
into
details.
it.
Yeah.
And they just go out and kill it. There's some people who, they facetiously wear a cloak and they're like, "Ugh, I wear a cloak now because I'm." And there's other people who are just walking around being like, "Cloaks. That's what I do. I got
really
my
good.
evening cloak,
Yeah.
and I got my day cloak, and I got my evening cloak." You know what I'm saying? These,
the
you're
sexy
like,
evening cloak.
you want to judge that person a little bit, and then you go, "No, you're actually pretty cool."
Yeah.
I wish I could pull that off.
Yeah, I know.
I'm scrambling around in my closet being like, "What makes me not look like I hate myself?"
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you can just be like, "Strap on a cloak, man.
Yeah.
It's a cloak day."
I think, it's like caftans. Like, I don't know if you know what caftan is, but it's like the colorful, like, Mrs. Roper robe.
Yeah,
and they pull over. Like, I wore one in an improv show once. I'm actually going to be wearing another one in another improv show. Stay tuned for details. But I wore it, and I was like, "This is funny." And everyone's like, "You actually really pull it off?" And I was like, "Really?" And so I decided that when I get to a certain age, I'm going to be that classy lady that has, like, beautiful, like, silvery, like, white hair, because I probably will go white as a redhead. And I'm just going to get giant glasses and caftans, and I'm going to be that grandma, and I'm going to feel good. And not to say that I have to wait, 40 years for that, but I want to embody that. I'm going to find my own current personal caftan, metaphorically, for right now in my life. Figure out what that is, and just enjoy it. I don't think I can wear caftan all year round, because, it's dangerous. You can catch on things, but...
Catch tan.
Yeah, catch tan. Yeah.
But and that's the thing is that you have to accept who you are, and you have to accept, and maybe you don't feel perfectly comfortable in your body, or you just feel like you want to be something different. I've done LARPing before, which LARPing is a huge, live action role playing.
Yes.
And you go out and you play Dungeons and Dragons, but you dress up and you fight with swords and fake swords and stuff like that. And I thought, well, I'm a nerd, but I'm not that much of a nerd. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
But I started doing it, and I'm like, this is actually the most fun. Like, you're just embodying this character. You're like, I'm a cat person. I am a bird person.
Yeah.
We are mortal enemies, but we become friends secretly.
Yeah.
And you're just, like, bapping each other with swords and, like, chasing each other around the field. And, like, you got bow and arrows, like, Sage bow and arrows.
Yeah,
and
like
you're
Nerf. Yeah.
And it's so much fun. And you're just dressed up in all this weird regalia. And there's no bones about it. Some of the guys, I was interviewing them for a show that I was doing, and they were like, "You know what? Sometimes I don't feel like I'm the person that I want to be. I come here, I'm whoever I want to be. Nice. I can indulge that for as long as I want with all of my best friends, and then go off and live the rest of my life being whoever else. Like, I get an afternoon to embody whoever I think would, some lord of the realm, or some lowly peasant just looking for to make a quick buck as a thief.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want. And I think that's beautiful. And in geek culture, you see that a lot.
You do. And I think you see that in child culture. And I think that's why a lot of people get so uptight, because when you're a kid, you play and you imagine and you daydream and you think about that. Like, when was the last time, like, you lay on the floor and you listen to music, or, you draw just because you felt like it, like, and I'm not even talking about artists. I just mean, like, specific, just people, like, I work at Shaw, I'm going to draw, like, not just doodles, like, actually just enjoy coloring, or enjoy, putting on your mom's clothes, maybe not now, but like the dress up aspect of it, and the release. I think that's. Yeah. I think more people, that would help with the whole being good to each other. It's just letting yourself play and not being so tight and.
I know there's a sense of constraint that I think we have societally, where we think we need to be adults, and we need to... I remember when I was about 13, I was on the bus with a friend of mine, and I was doing something real dumb and goofy, like I was wont to do.
Yeah.
Still to this day.
Ditto, yeah, I was that person too.
Yeah, and so he was like, hey man, chill out. Grow up. I'm like, Man, I am 13 years old.
Yeah.
I got T minus like 4 years before I have to be an adult officially.
Yeah.
Screw you. I'm going to be a kid as long as I can stretch this shit out.
True.
And I continue to be a child to this day.
Yeah.
But the point is I was just like, right, no. That conformist attitude where we can't play around. You can't aspire to silliness, or you can't aspire to it's not proper, it's not normal, it doesn't fit within this.
You can't be respected if you're silly. I judge a person if they can't be silly. I judge a person more if they can't be silly than if they can. Because I just think it's like, whoa, what you hiding? What you hiding up that tight bum of yours where you're super scared to just let loose and just be like, make a funny voice, make a weird face, like just be a person. Wow. We got really deep here.
We did.
On Easy Bucko.
We did.
I hope it was easy for you to follow.
Yeah, we were all over the map.
But it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. We had a good time. Quinn, what does H.U.N.K.S have coming up that's super awesome?
Well, we are, for our Winnipeg fans, we got 2 amazing shows coming up in the Winnipeg Fringe.
Okay.
We've got our sketch show. This is pretty much all brand new sketch material for Winnipeg. Lots of really, really fun stuff in that show at the Gas Station Arts Center.
Nice.
And then pretty much every night of the Fringe, we're going to be doing a live podcast featuring guests.
Cool.
So we're going to have tons of Fringe favorites, and we're just going to go out and be silly. If you like to listen to people, watch people talking and eventually listen to them on a podcast.
I do that.
That's what we're going to be doing for the Fringe. And then we are kicking it over in August to the Edmonton Fringe for all our, the Edmonton viewers.
Alberta!
Rep. And we will, is that a thing? I don't know, I just made it up.
It is.
But
Alberta, it's fair.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah.
We'll be doing the Edmonton Fringe as well.
Nice.
So we'll be hustling that pretty hard, and we've got some contacts out there. But yeah, so lots of really fun H.U.N.K.S stuff coming up.
Awesome. Well, please check it out. You can listen to their H.U.N.K.S podcast on
Stitcher, and it's on iTunes. You can check it out at all the podcast forums.
Do that. You can also like and subscribe and share this video too. So please do that. Let's cross breed H.U.N.K.S. Yeah. I think we called it H.U.N.K.O with
H.U.N.K.O or BUCKO.
Yeah.
BUCKO doesn't
that
sound.
sounds like my new doctor. Maybe.
I've got some BUCKO.
Yeah.
And,
All right.
cream? Is there a cream?
I need some.